Okay, welcome everybody for another episode of Three Uniques. I'm Brenda Rigney. I'm a consultant in Vancouver, and I'm really excited to introduce you to Kelsey Boyer. She's in Toronto. Hey, Kelsey, how are you doing?
Hey, thanks so much for having me. I'm great. How are you?
I'm so good. I'm so excited to hear about your Three Uniques today. Before we get started, just wanted to let everyone know that Kelsey's a recruiter in Toronto. She's also starting up her coaching business in Toronto. All-star athlete, and we got together like a few years ago when we were both working at Earl's Restaurants. So long
Yeah,
history in the hospitality space as well.
absolutely.
Anything else you want to fill us in, Kelsey, on who you are and for people to know more about you?
Sure. Yeah, that was a good introduction, but I'll say, so I grew up in a small town in Ontario and then moved to Toronto about 5 years ago, where I started in ad sales and then quickly moved into the technical recruitment industry, which you mentioned. And I'm currently working as an independent consulting partner for an AI recruitment startup. And have helped grow this organization as the third employee. And also, as you mentioned, I just launched my online coaching business just over a month ago, where I'm working with women between the ages of 22 to 39, 40, to really tap into their leadership potential while also uncovering their true purpose in life.
Amazing. So, Kelsey, let's hear about your Three Uniques. What are
Yes.
they?
So my three uniques are the ability to easily connect with others on a deeper level, relentlessness in pursuit of what I want out of my life and really pushing myself out of my comfort zone, and being a natural born leader.
Amazing. So let's take it out to the top. Your first one.
Awesome. So yeah, my ability to connect easily with others on a deeper level. I'm always extremely open and vulnerable about my personal and professional experiences, but I also have always been told and feel that I give off a pretty non-judgmental vibe. And it makes others quickly comfortable to open up to me almost immediately. Even when I first launched my coaching business, I had so many people who I've maybe met in person once just opening up about really personal things. And I love being able to be that person for others. And this has definitely been extremely beneficial in my coaching business, as I can adapt to multiple personality types with varying experiences and truly create a safe space for them.
That's so great. That's so nice to hear that. And it's so needed too, right? I think people underestimate the power of coaching, therapy, especially when it's
Yes.
needed, just to have those
Yes.
conversations and that trusted advisor. It's awesome that you're providing that.
Absolutely. Thanks.
And your second unique?
Yeah. So my second unique is just the relentlessness, or as my dad would call it, just being overall unstoppable. I really am relentless in pursuit of not only what I want out of my life, but constantly pushing myself out of my comfort zone. And for example, as soon as I decided that I wanted to launch my coaching business and worked with you, I took that messy imperfect action and just went for it. And I've been relentlessly pushing myself to continuously learn more and to try to be the best coach that I can be. And then this has also just been translating into being able to push my clients out of their comfort zone in order for them to grow, because I've been doing it for myself and inspiring them to do that as well.
Incredible. And your third one?
And my third is I've always been a natural leader. Even starting from my childhood, but since I was a teenager, I was always promoted to leadership roles very quickly. And even before this, one of my dad's favorite stories to tell about me is from when I was, I think, 11 or 12 years old. I asked him for help on my resume, and he's like, "Oh, is it for a school project?" And I looked at him dead serious, no emotion. I was like, no, I'm applying for jobs tomorrow. Are you going to take me or not?"
Amazing.
Yeah. He's like, "Okay, all right."
Like,
This is
don't
what's
mess
happening.
with, yeah, like don't mess with Kelsey on that one.
Yeah.
Yeah. And like, Dad, why wouldn't you know that? Yeah.
Yeah, I was almost offended that he didn't know, even though I was 11 or 12 years old.
But of course, Dad, like, what are you
I was
thinking?
like, obviously.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So Kelsey, like getting ready for today's chat with us, what were some things that you thought about like for yourself, like to prepare yourself for the three uniques that you could share with some of the other listeners?
Yeah, so I think I was trying to think of myself in all different capacities, like not like on the personal and professional side. I talked to my boyfriend about it and just thinking about things that have come naturally to me ever since I was young, and even things that I've been told more recently, like for example, I actually some of my coaching programs I've actually been taking my dad through because he's a coach, and I just want to be able to grow and get that constructive feedback despite maybe not wanting it at the time. And that was one thing he said to me at the end of one of the programs I took him through. He's like, I'm so proud of you. You've been insanely relentless. Like you're not even like you're completely transformed, Kelsey, and it's only been a couple months. So, and as soon as he said that, I thought of also myself from a few years ago. I don't know if have you ever heard of the book From Good to Great to Unstoppable? Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah. That was my Bible when I was in my early 20s, and
Mhm.
I think I strained away from it a little bit, and then all of a sudden started realizing it again. And then when my dad told me that, it just reignited that want and desire to continue to be unstoppable and relentless in everything that I want in life.
That's awesome. Kelsey, thanks so much for joining us today on Three Uniques. It's been great
Thank
having you.
you. Yeah, thank you so much for having me. That was awesome.
You're welcome. And for everybody else that's listening, I think take some advice from Kelsey there about just being unstoppable and showcasing what you're great at. Get on social media. We've got access to all these fabulous platforms out there. It's not just about consuming, but it's also about generating and sharing your three uniques with the world. There's 8 billion people on the planet. Someone needs what you've got. Take care, everyone.